Well, hello there to all of our friends and family inside of the Earth2 community. We're so glad that you made it back. It is that time. It is time for another episode of the Weekend Market Update. We do have a new weekly winner coming up, so stick around to find out who takes home the Hisatsu Baru skin. Well, SM saw a nice dip. We bought some more. We're going to talk about that. This is Earth2 in the Know, and let's get into it. So what exactly has been going on when it comes to the world of Earth2 finance? Currently, basic jewels are 8 cents as per usual. However, this is mostly from a few users on the platform. Keep in mind that you can get an average of an 8 to 10 cent discount if you do buy them at the tier 3 level. We are still seeing deals pop up on the marketplace for tier 3 mixed jewels, like this 13 cent discount on bloodstone jewels. Now you see it, now you don't. We don't just preach about taking advantage of opportunities, we act on it as well. I'm going to throw those two in a couple of scarab side droids, and it's an easy profit when sold as a prospecting droid on the market. Speaking of resource droids, let's take a look at some of those prices as of today, 6/15/2024. Well, we always start with Giliumbo, and today the floor is actually way down. It's barely even past 4 USD for a low-yielding side droid. If this is not a reflection of a definite slowdown in the demand for these assets, there may not be a signal that exists to prove that this is a valid theory. Looking at several of the heavy metal side droids, you can see that there is not much change there, as Arum, Della, and Jingo are in the $2 to $3 floor area, so there's not much change at all when it comes to that area of the market. I don't know, man. Calling them heavy metal side droids make me feel like they should be hanging out with Ronnie Radke and Tech 9. Anyways, let's get back on topic. So when we look at the Starlight Fury Diamond Prospector side droids, we can once again see that no movement in the market has happened, as the same exact ones are in the exact same position as the update 3 days ago. When it comes to the legendary side droids, the momentum of upgrades has seemed to stall, as these droids seem to be also sitting around longer. However, the floor is still a strong 14 plus USD. Before we go any further, we want to thank so many of those who have enjoyed, shared, and found value in our content. Some of these videos can take many hours of effort, so knowing it is well received means the world to the brand. So alright, anyone want to talk civilians? It's kind of like a never-ending battle of the bears versus the bulls, with the Space Force Geologist currently sitting at a floor of only 7 cents. Now obviously, the bears are winning at the moment. We did have an amazing suggestion from one of our partner channels that it might be fun to track how many high-level civilians were left in each category that we usually track. So we would try that out today as well and see how it goes. If you get a chance to check out their channel, we highly suggest it, as I'm sure many of you are already subscribed, but just in case, check out Earth2 Insight, which you can easily find by scrolling down our page and seeing the channel linked at the bottom. Let's go ahead and take a look at the high-level Geologist. As you can clearly see, there were only a couple past level 7 available for purchase, and none at the level 10 spot, but plenty at level 7 and below. The problem with trying to incorporate this statistic into our show is that by the time we get through publishing, they may be gone. But you know what? We'll give it a shot. So when it comes to the Space Force Ether Reckoner, we're seeing lows in the mid-20s as per usual. When it comes to anything high-end, 7 looks to be the best you can go, to which there are several pages for both that and the level 6. The same can be said for the Rebels, who are looking at a low end of 20s for their floor. The high-end Rebels can be following the same pattern, as both level 6 and level 7 Rebels are readily available in the marketplace. And once again, we're seeing the Egyptian god Ether Reckoner slide under that 75-cent mark, as the floor is actually low enough to be considered 54-cent USD price point today. That is rough. When it comes to high ends, it's the same story for this class as well. We can clearly see that levels 6 and 7 have just a few pages each, so this is obviously the trend at the moment. Well, if you did like that additional bit of information about the high-end civilians remaining, drop me a comment and let me know. And maybe we can revisit like once a week. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and find this week's winner before we jump into the 2-week anniversary of the Essence launch and look at Essence price action. So big congratulations going out to this week's winner, Runkles McDougall. You picked yourself up a sweet skin with a pretty nice knife. Or so we've been told. I do apologize if I got the name pronunciation wrong, but that was the best I could do. Congratulations again on your win. Hit me up in the Discord via private message on the Earth2 official community, and I'd be glad to get you that code. Alright, so let's dive into Essence, and being that it is the 2-week anniversary of the launch, we're going to take a look at all the numbers. I know that's, kind of getting a little crazy, but, we're going to take a look at some of all of the numbers. As of today, at time of production, there's been 10,228 total transactions, 1,853 holders, and a total supply of 310,144,876. We do want to bring up the reminder that the first token halving is at 500 million tokens being minted, and we're over halfway there. If you take a look at this analytics graph, you can see that the amount being withdrawn each time is getting smaller and smaller, resulting in less sell-offs over time as people hold for that desired price point. This is great news, as the focus will go to potential price increases as less massive sell-offs continue to bring the price down, and this graph is a strong indicator that we might start to see some upward action in the near future. Looking at the top 50 wallets on the chain, it is clear to see that most of the average top 50 players, holders, are holding several 100,000 Essence each on their on-chain wallets. Now granted, that's not including what they may still have in their game accounts, but that's what they're currently having held on their chain wallets. Sadly, none of those wallets are ours. However, we will keep trying. Alright, so let's jump into what's happened with the token over the last 24 hours. We've actually seen some green action, and that's always a good thing to report. Over the last 24 hours, we've seen 62.62 thousand in volume, have 541.03 thousand in liquidity, we're holding strong with 1.85 thousand holders, and have a market cap of 36.58 million. There have been 57 total transactions, with 30 being buys and 27 being sales. At the time of production, Essence is currently trading for 0.1201 USD, and we're looking at a strong 5.06 increase over the last 24 hours. Something we have never really looked at on this channel is the GT score analysis. As you can see, the only thing keeping us down is the age and the number of holders and transactions. Everything else we have is in the green rankings, so it truly is a matter of time. Alright, so that about wraps up the financial side of things when it comes to both the in-game and the decentralized markets. Let's talk about tier 3 news. So our last release was a little place called Maritime Togo. Unfortunately, there was not much buying to report in this area, as at the time of production, the tier 3 tile was still only around 0.105, or right at 11 cents USD. Coming up next, we have an offering from St. Helena and Ascension and Trina da Cunha. When checking out the area, there were no obvious standout areas for resources and minimal areas of development. So once again, we're not expecting a huge response, but who knows? We could always be surprised. In other news, it seems like the team has actually been processing the content creator claims a lot faster. So if you're looking to stake some of your tokens, it might now be worth it with a much quicker turnaround. As a matter of fact, we're proud to report that we are on a 100% approval rating and have actually increased our title to the second ladder ranking of Adept. We are confident that you'll be rewarded for your backings, and you can do this by searching content made by Ready Player One. As always, we want to invite those who have not yet subscribed the opportunity to do so now. Not only do we do nearly daily updates, but we also do weekly giveaways for limited edition Earth2 merch and land. This is actually going to bring us to the end of the weekend market update, but we're so glad that you stopped by. This is goodbye for now, but obviously not forever. As always, we cannot wait to see you in the Earth2 metaverse. Hopefully happy with a fat stack of essence. Let's get it.